Hello and welcome to Sam the Plant Man podcast, the show that will tell you all about indoor plants. In today's episode, we will discuss Monsteras with Kat.
Hey guys, I'm Kat from Botanica Lane.
Kat, how many houseplants do you have?
That's tricky, Sam, because I haven't counted them recently, but I would guess, if I had to guess, I would say maybe around 30 to 40. That's how many I would say inside the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not including the outdoor stuff. But how many would you have in your house?
I have around 55 plus.
55 plus?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's a good collection. There we go. So which one would you say is your favorite?
At the moment I'm liking my Inferiums.
Oh yeah.
So probably my new Clarinovium,
Oh yes.
my Hoffmanni,
Yep.
and I have a Crystallinum and a Regel.
Oh my goodness, they sound so scientific. Are they hard to look after, or are they
Well,
easy?
the Crystal times Regel had a droopy leaf, so I put it in perlite and put it in a cloche, and now it's perked back up.
There you go. See, a little bit of active root care, and then all of a sudden it comes back together.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Now, what would be your favourite houseplant?
Mine is a stock standard. I absolutely love the Spathiphyllum but Sensation. So everyone knows it as the peace lily. Everyone gives it as a gift. It has beautiful flowers, but Spathiphyllum Sensation actually flowers very rarely and has big, beautiful tropical leaves, which I really, really like.
Yeah. Now, what would be your least favourite plant in your collection?
My least favorite plant in my collection would probably be, at the moment, is the Strelitzia.
Yeah.
Because I've got a lot of scale that it does not want to leave. It has infested my plant, so it's a bit annoying to clean up. What about yours? What is your least favorite?
At the moment, it's my Philodendron Pink Princess.
Why?
It just doesn't stand out, and I like different colour variegation.
Oh yeah, and that will do it, definitely. Okay, yeah.
What's your favourite part about houseplants?
My favorite part about houseplants is the purification and how easy they are to maintain. So not only are they beautiful, and if you have about 6 plants or more in the same room, they scientifically proven to boost our mood and efficiency, so we can focus, that we can do our work better, and it just literally makes us a little bit happier. But when we are sleep at night, all the plants actually wake up and release oxygen. So it's actually really good for hay fever, any mold particles that are lingering from the humidity. So I really love the science behind the plant rather than just the prettiness of the plant.
Yeah. My favourite part about houseplants is if you don't have anything to do, it gives you something to do.
That's so true, yeah, it definitely does that.
And what you said.
Yeah.
Purifying the air.
Yeah, it just makes us so much healthier. It literally helps us to breathe, so that is always a bonus.
Yeah. Now let's get into our Monsteras. So, how often would you water your Monsteras?
The Monsteras in my house, I have a northwest facing home, so I've got lots of big light. In the summertime, I move them away from my glass windows, and I would water them probably once every week, every 2 weeks, because the house gets quite warm. So instead of it being dehydrated and crispy at the ends, I keep the water up to them.
Yeah. My watering, well, mine is back here, my Monstera, which is this one. I water it every 2 weeks, or it depends what season it is. So in summer, probably once or twice a week, and in winter, like once every 2 weeks.
Yep, that sounds perfect. They don't need much water. The best way to kill a Monstera is just too much water.
Yeah. Now, propagation.
Yes.
I generally don't propagate my Monsteras a lot.
Okay.
Because I like the look of them.
Yep.
But I've propagated one that I have for sale in here.
Yes.
And I put it in water.
Yep.
And it gave me a fresh fruit in under a week.
Oh wow, that's super fast. Was that in autumn or in winter?
That was in winter.
Oh my goodness, see? So
I do have grow lights on it.
Oh, that does help then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So that you can always boost the efficiency with those little tricks with lights and just propagating in water. Yeah, that's awesome. Propagating for us with Monsteras, if one is getting a bit too leggy because it's reaching for some light, Normally, I do just recommend for our customers to cut above the node, which the node is the powerhouse of where they're going to release more shoots for new leaves. And then you can either water propagate them, which is quite easy, or into soil and perlite.
Yeah. Now, what's the care path that you usually take?
Well, the first mistake I made was not use a preventative neem oil on their leaves, because they have very big, beautiful leaves, and if a little pest comes through your little air vents, they will easily suck onto it and then take the color off of it. So first, I always spray with a protective organic neem oil, so it's great to spray inside. And then I just fertilize once a month with anything high nitrogenous fertilizer, liquid or slow release, whichever I have in the cupboard.
Yeah. Mine would probably be, I used to not fertilize it enough, and with my fertilizer that I have now, it came back up and it's happy.
Yeah.
But I usually just wipe down the leaves to make sure there's no dust.
Yep.
And just make sure it's happy.
Yeah, and that's very important. And the reason why it's important to wipe off the dust off of your leaves is because if the dust accrues way too thick, then it actually cannot create its own sugars to continue growing. So not only is it good for us to wipe off dust because it's not clean, but it actually helps the plant grow much quicker and bigger how we want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, pots.
Yes, pots. Do you have a house door plant? So yours is indoor plants, so you would have them in pots. Mine are now growing in the garden, so they're not in pots. But it's always fun to have the clear pot, so you can see how quickly those roots are growing inside a clear pot.
Yeah, that's what I have my one in right now.
Show them so they can see.
In a clear pot, if you can see. And I can see roots on the side and some new roots, some white roots.
Yeah, you can totally see them. They're beautiful.
Which it helps me when I need to repot them or when I need to water.
Yep.
And it's just amazing.
Yeah. And you can always tell if you have too many aerial roots, which is what they do, like this one here. These are the aerial roots. That means that it just needs a little bit more water. So I can tell by the way yours is growing, it's actually super happy. You're watering it perfectly to the condition that it wants, whereas this one was a little bit forgotten and she was a little bit thirstier. So then you can even put the aerial roots into water and then they grow much faster.
Yeah. Now, what types have you had or have at the moment?
Well, in the shop at the moment, we do have our Monstera deliciosa, which is this one here, the one that Sam is growing as well.
I have a Siltepecana.
Yep, we've got the Siltepecana.
Which is vining.
Yep. We've got the Raphidophora.
Raphidophora tetrasperma.
That's the one. That's the Monstera we have in the corner growing beautifully over.
Adansonii.
Adansonii, and you would know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Explain the leaf.
Well, it's like sort of round, but then long. It can be long, and it has little holes.
Yeah. So it's always commonly nicknamed as the Swiss cheese plant. So if you ever see those, that's the one that we're talking about, is the Monstera adansonii.
Yeah. I have a Thai constellation.
Oh, I don't have one of those yet. Those are beautiful.
Mine's still small. It has 4 leaves, but I like the splashy variegation.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Do you do anything different to mind it?
No. I make sure it's watered and not underwatered.
Yep.
Because I don't want it to die. It's my favourite Monstera. But I usually just make sure it looks happy.
Yep.
And I have it in a clear pot as well with a lot of aeration.
Perfect. And right now we're going into winter, so it's normal for it to go a bit dormant and sleepy. But come springtime, she might shoot. She's going to shoot with your care.
Yeah.
Heaps bigger, which is exciting. And then I can get a propagation from his Monstera.
Kat might also be getting some ties in.
Yes, we are definitely working on it, and we're going to get a huge collection order in. And as soon as we get the order in, I'll make sure to tell Sam so he can notify you guys.
And she might also be getting some Alocasia Fridays in.
Yes, well, that's part of the massive, big order.
Yeah.
And I know you have been eyeing that one off, definitely. Yeah.
So that rounds off for this podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and a big thanks to Kat.
Thank you for having me, Sam.
All good.